No Man's Sky's latest Halloween expedition Breach is here, bringing some exciting additions focused on space wrecks, salvaging and Corvette upgrades. In this video I will show you everything new in this update, explain what makes it special and why all our old Corvettes might now be obsolete with the Breach update. Evaluate your time, so let's get started. It's been just over a month since the massive Voyagers update and Hello Games isn't slowing down. Breach takes the ideas of custom ship assembly, spacewalking and exploration introduced in Voyagers and gives them a darker, more mysterious twist. This time the universe feels abandoned, almost haunted, and it's up to us to scavenge what's left behind. While the highlight is the new Halloween expedition itself, the update also introduces deeper gameplay systems around space salvaging and Corvette construction. Unfortunately, the devs only released expedition patch notes this time, so it's hard to say which features will make it into the main game. But I've tested most of them myself and I'm ready to share the results with you. You will now find entirely new types of Corvette modules salvaged from planetary scrap. New landing gear, shields, weapons, connectors and even vertical pieces that open up a whole new level of creativity. The long-awaited Infraknife platform can finally be constructed and Corvette weapon animations have been fixed, so they now fire the correct number of beams. Altogether, I've counted 20 new rear Corvette modules added to the main game, along with 9 exclusive Aeron modules rewarded for completing the new expedition Breach. Those new Atlas-inspired Corvette parts from the expedition look incredible and instantly make most older builds feel outdated. I warned back in my Voyagers overview that Hello Games would likely expand on Corvette systems, and here we are. Players with simpler designs will easily adapt, but those who spend hours on advanced glitch-built Corvettes tailored to a specific aesthetic might feel the sting of obsolescence. One of the best quality of life improvements is the new repainting system in the Corvette workshop. You can now recolor your entire ship with a single command instead of manual repainting every module. Snapping and collision have also been improved, making complex builds far smoother to handle. On the technical side, the update fixes many long-standing issues like players being ejected into space while climbing stairs, autopilot malfunctions and misaligned weapons in first-person mode. Teleporters and interiors now behave more predictably and overall Corvette handling feels more stable. Unfortunately, not everything was fixed, some bugs remain, like the permanent photon cannon module that can't be removed, modules that reset or lose adjacency bonuses after re-entering the game, and broken landing zones on derelict freighters. Let's hope Hello Games addresses this soon. The most intriguing new feature, deep space racks of derelict freighters, unfortunately is currently exclusive to the Breach expedition. There you will see a new type of scanner that works much like the anomaly detector to reveal wrecks scattered across the galaxy. I tested this in the main game and for now the regular anomaly detector still only reveals the standard types of anomalies from before Breach. That said, the expanded spacewalking mechanics are a big win. You can now use weapons in the spacewalk mode, explore older type derelict freighters more freely and even loot containers inside them. You can also mine asteroids with your multi-tool if you really want to, though let's be honest, your ship's weapons do it much faster. Still, the idea of expanding spacewalking and derelict exploration feels like a healthy step for No Man's Sky. Hopefully, in future updates, these wrecks will appear naturally across the galaxy, making space exploration even more dynamic and exciting. A new community research milestone is now live, granting 5 new decals as rewards for unlocking each tier. What else I've discovered so far are 3 new gestures added to spacewalk mode. Not much, but still a nice touch since those emotes are designed specifically for zero gravity and don't use the awkward standing animations from regular ones. I haven't seen them before either. Lighting transitions between space, atmosphere and interiors have been reworked to look more natural. Corvette modules now render better from a distance and assembly previews are clearer. Beyond the technical side, Breach enhances the overall atmosphere. Transitions feel smoother, visual seams in lighting are gone, and even small details like rain sounds inside Corvettes or missing creature visuals in the Discoveries menu have been addressed. It's clear the devs aim to polish the experience while adding more depth to gameplay. Creature behavior, planetary hazards, and missions have also been adjusted. Floating exotic creatures now react more realistically when offered creature pellets, which you can test in the new expedition. Biological monstrosities on derelict freighters act more aggressively, and some hazardous flora that previously failed to spawn now appears correctly. These small tweaks make the world feel more alive or more dangerous depending on where you are. New Bridge Expedition sends players across a desolate version of a universe filled with eerie remains of destroyed corvettes drifting in a void. These wrecks aren't just decoration, they are fully explorable and each one hides valuable parts to salvage. This is where the new gameplay loop shines. You will spacewalk in zero gravity, dismantle derelict corvettes using your multi-tool or ship weaponry, and return your discoveries to the Corvette workshop to craft your dream ship. Each wreck tells its own story. The main mystery revolves around the fireship Arcadia, a vessel you will encounter as you progress through the expedition. You will uncover what happened to it, but only if you dare to explore the black void and face that lurks within these haunted systems. The expedition has a darker tone than usual, fitting perfectly for the Halloween season, and takes players to newly emphasized purple star systems. The expedition itself is quite challenging and includes most of the mechanics added to the game in recent years, such as fishing, gas giants, fossil building, deep oceans, and corvette construction. All NPCs are removed and every space station is replaced with an abandoned one, so don't expect a quick ride. You can still copy your primary multi-tool and starship from your main save, but making enough nanites to do so is tricky. Suspicious X-Class upgrades from packages usually sold for nanites can't be sold since there are no NPCs. Because of this limitation and due to the usual new feature bugs, like being launched into deep space while salvaging Corvette beacons, it took me around 3 hours to complete the expedition. I really wanted to bring my primary multi-tool and starship into expedition mode for later use, and if you are curious how to get the most out of expeditions, my latest Ultimate Expeditions guide covers everything you need to know, including 3 major hidden profits that many players don't even know exist, so check it out. To help you progress faster in the Bridge Expedition, here are my top 10 tips. Tip 1. Instead of bringing suspicious packages to get nanites, bring refinable materials like radiant shards or handle cores instead. I had to farm nanites in the expedition though. Farming radiant shards on a dissonant planet gave me 4000 nanites in about 30 minutes, fast enough to copy both my multi-tool and starship. Tip 2. The game's hint for chromatic metal is outdated. In purple star systems, refining the new materials will also produce chromatic metal. Tip 3. When you get core modules to construct your first Corvette, don't settle for just these rewards. Buy a few extra basic modules to make your Corvette look better than a flying junkyard. Tip 4. You don't have to loot derelict wrecks with your multi-tool. Corvette weapons can also be used to salvage modules. Tip 5. To unlock the Nautilian submarine, place a base computer first. That will allow you to build the submarine platform. Tip 6. To attract flying creatures in purple star systems, drop creature pellets on the ground to lure them down. Tip 7. Corvette landing zones on derelict freighters are bugged, so use spacewalk mode to land manually. Tip 8. If you complete the fishing objective before unlocking the fishing rig recipe, for example by copying a multi-tool with the rig already installed from your primary save like I did, the milestone won't register, but it will autocomplete as soon as you obtain the recipe. Tip 9. Use the new planet marking feature from the beacon update to mark gas giant moons for easier navigation and milestone tracking. Tip 10. Check my ultimate guide on how to find the perfect planet. It explains how to recognize relic world names so you can quickly complete the gather polished stone objective without wasting time searching every planet. When it comes to rewards, the Bridge Expedition truly delivers. You can earn unique Atlas-themed ship parts and decorations, all echoing that signature Crimson Atlas aesthetic. There is also the Aeron Power Shield, a functional module that boosts your Corvette defense systems, along with our powerful rewards like the Aeron Drive, Aeron Blade, and a new Atlas-themed starship trail that leaves a striking red streak behind your starship. Just note that this new Aeron trail has the lowest priority among all hours and will be overridden unless you uninstall the rest, which also means losing some maneuverability adjacency bonuses. In addition, there are new expedition posters perfect for decorating your bases or ship interiors. What is interesting about these new exclusive Aeron Corvette modules is that once obtained as expedition rewards, they can be crafted freely using only basic materials, allowing to create as many copies as needed. This makes the new expedition even more rewarding and valuable for anyone aiming to build a truly unique Atlas-inspired Corvette. All in all, the Bridge update is a refreshing and exciting evolution of No Man's Sky. Nearly 9 years after launch, the game still manages to reinvent itself, and this time it seamlessly ties salvaging, building and exploration into one cohesive experience. What makes Bridge truly stand out is its haunting atmosphere, eerie wrecks drifting through a void, the quiet tension of spacewalking, and that perfect mix of beauty and danger that defines No Man's Sky at its best. Whether you are returning or playing for the first time, now is the perfect moment to jump in. The expedition runs for 3 weeks, so don't miss your chance to explore, salvage and claim these unique rewards. Udalooper out, see you in the next video, and it might be the scariest one you've ever seen in No Man's Sky, so don't miss it!